They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. I am for doing good to the poor, but I think the best way of doing good to the poor is not making them easy in poverty, but leading or driving them out of it. I observed that the more public provisions were made for the poor, the less they provided for themselves, and of course became poorer. And on the contrary, the less was done for them, the more they did for themselves, and became richer. The Constitution only guarantees the American people the right to pursue happiness. You have to catch it yourself. Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man. If all printers were determined not to print anything till they were sure it would offend nobody, there would be very little printed. Remember not only to say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still, to leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. The person who deserves most pity is a lonesome one on a rainy day who doesn't know how to read. Educate your children to self-control, to the habit of holding passion and prejudice and evil tendencies subject to an upright and reasoning will, and you have done much to abolish misery from their future and crimes from society. For the want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For the want of a shoe, the horse was lost. For the want of a horse, the rider was lost. For the want of a rider, the battle was lost. For the want of a battle, the kingdom was lost. And all for the want of a horseshoe nail. If you would not be forgotten, as soon as you are dead and rotten, either write things worth reading or do things worth writing. Who is wise? He that learns from everyone. Who is powerful? He that governs his passions. Who is rich? He that is content. Who is that? Nobody. In the affairs of this world, men are saved not by faith, but by the lack of it. My refusing to eat flesh occasioned an inconveniency, and I was frequently chided for my singularity, but with this lighter repast I made the greater progress, for greater clearness of head and quicker comprehension. Flesh-eating is unprovoked murder. If we look back into history for the character of present sects in Christianity, we shall find few that have not, in their turns, been persecutors, and complainers of persecution. The primitive Christians thought persecution extremely wrong in the pagans, but practiced it on one another. The first Protestants of the Church of England blamed persecution in the Roman Church, but practiced it against the Puritans. These found it wrong in the bishops, but fell into the same practice themselves, both here and in New England.